All right, let's get on with this. Hi, so this is my room, and it's almost fully evolved stage, but this is where it's at. I'm gonna take you guys on a tour and show you guys what's in my room. I hope you guys enjoy, so let's get on with that. So this is my room. To basically start it off, we're gonna start at the back of my door. The back of the door has a little hook thing that holds a bunch of my hats, some packable jackets that I have, bandanas, and some belts. Then behind the door, we have a lei, as well as a Nike crossbody bag that my friend got me while she was in Hong Kong. And then a tote bag from Miniso with Spider-Man print all over it, and then Marvel on the front. Then this mirror that was already here when we got the house, you can't actually remove it. It's like, you can see they like bolted it to the wall, as well as like a nameplate above that my parents got me from the Philippines. But I don't really get much use out of this mirror, but it is here. Laundry bin, a bunch of resistance bands for when COVID first hit, and I was doing a lot of at-home workouts, so that is there. This picture frame with a bunch of developed photos of like pictures of me, my parents, my brother. But yeah, that's this. Next up is a fan that my parents ended up getting me because my room tends to get really hot. So that's why I have this in here. Because even though if I do open the window, it's still really hot. So that's why I have this in here. And then my closet. This closet is really interesting. Also, say hello to Rupert. Hello, boy. Hi, buddy. He came in here just before I started recording, so he wanted to be in the video. Hi, buddy. He's just napping. But yeah, so this closet. Initially, when we first got the house, this section was drywall. So it was just this one door. So every single time you got into the door and you wanted to reach your clothes like back there, it was like really hard to do. So my dad had the idea of basically converting this little section of my room into a sliding door closet with this giant mirror, hence why I don't use that one. I use this as my main mirror now. But yeah, so just to give you guys a quick tour into my closet, it's basically just my hoodies, sweaters on this section, my t-shirts, which are from lighter colors such as white, gray, reds, all other colors, my blacks, bunch of my pants, which are like denim, cargos, whatnot. Moving on over to this section, it's sweatpants, shirts that I sleep in, as well as basketball shorts and workout stuff. These are like windbreakers, jackets, dress shirts, flannels. And underneath, we have a bunch of sneakers or shoes, such as like derbies. A bunch of basketball shoes are in here, some more shoe boxes, and then my backpack collection. So yeah. That is my closet. Moving on over to this corner. This corner doesn't really get much use simply because I really like, for me personally, this is like in a really awkward spot in my room because like when you sit down in here, you're gonna be facing like the mirror, which yeah, no. So my parents just ended up putting this little sofa couch thing in this corner, just because we had nowhere else to put it. And then above it is like my plushies, because these are all from my childhood, so I tend to keep them around just to remind me of my childhood. And then we have the amazing Spider-Man issue number 1, basically when Spider-Man first appeared in comics. We got this at a Winners for all of my Canadians, so that's where I got this guy. And then behind this section, or like behind this curtain, essentially where I hide the cable for one of my LED strips, as I have 2 because I didn't buy the correct length. So I have 2, which one is here and goes all the way around. So there's that. Then moving on to my bed. My bed is essentially just like a custom made one. Nothing really to say about it. My parents ended up getting it, but essentially everything that you see that's like exposed of the frame, it's like made out of fabric, which is really cool. To all my Asians and Hispanic people out there, this blanket is the truth, because it's either in the form of a tiger, an eagle, or a bunch of flowers, but these things just keep you really soft, warm, and they're just super cozy. Like, I can't say this enough. Plushies, we have Perry the Platypus, Misty the Otter, which my girlfriend gave me from Belzy.com, and then a whale from Miniso. Then this corner, I just kind of rearranged just recently. Basically, we have these fake plants from IKEA just to add some green into this corner. I really like how they're really long. They can like flow off of it, and like, yeah, hanging plant, pretty cool. This is a Epamaker SK64S. This is my very first custom keyboard that I did. It has Gateron optical yellow switches with OEM cherry blossom keycaps, so it sounds really good. I don't really use it as often, but it is here. Some Percy Jackson books, because this is honestly one of my favorite series reading growing up as a kid. Then we go on to this shelf. We have a Beats Pill speaker, my Ray-Bans, another hanging IKEA plant, and then these two candles, as these two smell amazing. These are what they're called. I got these from HomeSense, if you guys were curious. They smell really good. I really like them. And then this neon sign Nike picture frame that my girlfriend painted me and gave me for Christmas. So shout out to you. Thank you so much again. This thing means a lot to me, as I am a Nike fanboy. And then a Planet of the Apes Funko Pop. And then moving up here, we have my Yeezy 350 Turtle Dove V1s. So there's that. And then if we go over to my nightstand, we got this at our Winners like a really long time ago. It's kind of just your ordinary nightstand, nothing really to talk about. But on top we have a Superman Funko Pop. This guy is a iPad Mini Generation 3 or 2. I essentially just use it as like a really fancy clock, or sometimes if I'm in bed, I'll get my notifications from here. Then we have a wireless charger that charges both my AirPods, my Apple Watch Series 3, and then my phone sometimes. Then underneath, we have a bunch of my university textbooks and whatnot, as well as a newspaper article from when the Raptors won the championship. So I still have this. So that's it's pretty important Toronto history right there. We also have my ukulele in the corner. And then above, we have these 3 canvases. 2 of them came in a bundle, and the one in the middle came on its own. I got these from HomeSense just to add a bit more decoration to the room, because before my walls were like super bland and like they were empty. So like this shelf wasn't here, these weren't here, that stuff wasn't there. The only thing in my room that was on my wall was essentially that thing, which we'll get to later. But yeah, these guys I got from HomeSense just to add some color to the room, and honestly I really like them. They're really aesthetically pleasing. So there's that, as well as the light strip that goes above, and then the cable I hide behind this curtain, which is right there, and it goes all the way around. So yeah, Rupert doggo. So moving on over to this side, we have my Fender electric guitar as well as my acoustic in that corner. Don't really play them that much, but they are here, as I do tend to play them every now and then, but not as much as I used to. This guy, everyone should own this. It is so handy. This is a pegboard from IKEA. You can get these things as far as like Canadian pricing. I got this for about $27, so definitely well worth it, and all the accessories are like super cheap. As you can see, I have my Beats Studio Wireless 3s, my Audio Technica ATH M50Xs, as well as like these little, I don't know what to call these, shells, cubes, whatever. This one holds Gateron optical reds. This one holds the cables for these headphones. And then these are more bungee cords, which I have bungee corded my Xbox One controller to this. You also have my keys, and then a Onbu mask, which I went as an Onbu member for Halloween, and I didn't want to get rid of the mask, so that is there. Here is my calendar. Yes, I went to the University of Waterloo, woohoo. But yeah, I'm done university now, so I just use it as a normal calendar now. But yeah, so that is that. And then the setup. I don't really know where we got this desk, but I don't like it. I really want to get rid of it or like change my desk, just because for one, it's glass and maintaining it's a little hard. So I do want to get a different tabletop as well as like just a completely different desk. As like these little shelves down here are a little troublesome sometimes, but yeah, don't really know where the desk is from. But if we start with the chair is a Marcus chair from IKEA. It's super comfortable. I just got it recently, and honestly, it's so much better than my last chair. So no more back problems for me. But if we take a seat, we can start. Let me wake this up. But starting from here, we have a Amazon desk pad, my ASUS ID67 custom keyboard, a Razer Viper Ultimate mouse in Mercury White, my 2020 MacBook Pro, as well as a Logitech MX Master, just because when I do edit, I tend to attach like this little cable over into this monitor, and then that's how I edit with this mouse, and then the keyboard is like right here. And then PC Panel Pro, wireless charger, my Native Instruments KA1 that drives my Rode Pod mic that sits on top of a blue compass, some IKEA plants, and then ring light that I got off of Amazon. I kind of just use that as like an overhead light or like a face cam light. And then AOC 25-inch monitor, and then a 24-inch Samsung monitor. Nothing too special, but yeah. What else to go about? Oh yeah, the camera. The camera is actually a Canon T6 that I use as my webcam for Discord, Zoom calls, you name it. That's basically what I use to show my face on the internet. But I don't use it simply because it only records in 720p 60, and my phone, which I'm using right now, records in 1080 60. So that's why I use my phone over that guy. But I do wish that I could use like a mirrorless or a DSLR, but that's later down the line. Heading on over, we have these little Razer Kraken speakers that I got a little while, or like a long time ago, in need of some new ones, but these will do for now. They still work. Diablo from Diablo 3 Funko Pop, a little mug that holds like pencils and like some miscellaneous stuff, and yeah. And then headphones of choice that I use are the KZ ZX IEMs. I used to use the Audio Technicas, but I decided to switch over to IEMs simply because they're just more comfortable. But yeah, if you're considering switching over to IEMs and you're a gamer, do it. It's amazing. And then lastly, to wrap up, the setup is my PC. My PC is gonna have the specs down in the description. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, except that this is a Ryzen 3700X as well as a RTX 2060. Then it has 64 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabyte SSD, and a 1 terabyte hard drive. But everything else will be down in the description. And just some little miscellaneous stuff that I have up here on top of this OVO X Toronto Raptors towel. So like keys, lens caps, loose change, wallet. Yeah, and then these little post-it cards that my girlfriend gave me when she gave me that Nike canvas. So these will always be here, and I'll always have them around. And then all of that sits on top of this little trolley from IKEA, which has like a bunch of miscellaneous stuff. But yeah, other than that, that's the room tour. There's really nothing much else to go about. But let's take a seat and I will give you guys the outro. All right, so that was the room tour. But yeah, I do have plans on doing a lot more with my setup as well as my room, and then possibly a basement makeover or like renovation, just because my family doesn't really use the basement. So stay tuned for that, as I think that'll be a little fun project for me to try and accomplish. So yeah, but other than that, it's basically my room tour. If you guys want to see anything, or if you guys want to know where I got certain things, be sure to leave a comment down below, and I will try to find the link for the thing that you're looking for. But be sure to be on the lookout for a full in-depth setup tour, as I do have like some more things to talk about in that setup, as well as possibly like a sneaker collection, because I do have a crap ton of sneakers, or maybe just a closet tour. But thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate your time, so be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell. Other than that, from me and my sleepy doggo, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.